Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, thanks for tuning in. So today's video is another movie and makeup, and today's video is Aladdin. I saw the movie on Wednesday. Today's now Friday. Hopefully I'll have this up either today or on Saturday. I don't know exactly when I'll get it up, but if you guys haven't seen the movie yet already, I'm going to be doing an eye tutorial on this makeup look. This is the dress that I recreated this look to kind of match. This dress is so beautiful. The costumes in this movie are gorgeous, but this dress particularly in the movie, just like when she comes out in this dress, it is like, it is so beautiful. It's really breathtaking, and it's just such a gorgeous dress. And when I saw it, it definitely was the first thing that I was like, okay, I am definitely going to be doing my makeup look inspired by this dress because it is just so gorgeous. And I think that I did pretty well. I think that it looks pretty similar, especially the cut crease area. Like, honestly, this looks like the little part on her chesticle area, but it like looks almost exactly like it. There are not going to be any spoilers in this video. I know that I put spoilers in my movie and makeup video of Endgame, but I decided this time around to not do any spoilers. It's a lot easier to talk about this movie without having any spoilers, especially since it is based off of the original version, which obviously there's going to be a lot of similarities between the movies. So I did talk about some of those things, but I didn't put any of the like twist kind of things that they added into the movie. I didn't talk about anything that's new in the movie basically, except for one song, but I didn't give away the movie part. So I am going to be doing this video a little bit different than my last one. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure out my rhythm for these videos. This is only my second video in this series, so you know, I am trying a couple different ways of how I like to do these videos best. So this time I'm going to be doing the eye tutorial as a voiceover, just the eye tutorial part, because I'm sure there are people here who are just watching because they want to see the eye tutorial part, since it's kind of the basis around this video. And the rest of the face makeup, I kind of chat with you guys about the movie, how I liked it, different things like that. And I will list everything that I've used on my face in the description. Also, if you like these kinds of videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because Toy Story comes out in June, so that is my next movie and makeup video. I'm pretty sure that's my next one, but definitely all the Disney movies the rest of this year. I'm going to continue this series. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like. I would really appreciate it, and comment below if you guys have seen the movie already or not, and if you liked it or if there's any differences that you didn't like. How do you feel about it? Aladdin is definitely up there with some of my favorite Disney movies, but my all-time favorite is The Little Mermaid and The Lion King. So The Lion King comes out in July, I think it's July, and I am so nervous for that one. I am so nervous. This movie is just gonna be like so weird, and I don't feel like I'm gonna be into it, but we're gonna do it. We're still gonna do it. I think that's all I want to say, so let's go ahead and get started with the eyes. Alright guys, so I'm starting out by priming my eyes using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in Eden. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer ever. I always use it. It covers up all my veins and all my redness on my eyes. I'm going to be using the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. I love this palette so much. It's so colorful and so pigmented. It's just one of the best colorful eyeshadow palettes out there, if you ask me. So the first color I'm taking in here is this bright pink shadow, and I'm using this to blend in my transition area and just get the pink base started. And then I'm using the white shade in the palette just to kind of blend the edges out. And then I'm going to cut my crease by using the Tarte Shape Tape concealer. It's my favorite concealer to use to cut the crease. And I'm starting out by using it on my outer corner to kind of get the wing shape. So essentially I'm making a wing with concealer instead of liner. And I did cut out a lot of this part because this took a long time for me to get the shape that I wanted and to match it to the other side. So just be really patient if you're doing something like this, especially since this is going to be a double cut crease kind of look. just be really patient, go slow, take your time. It's just makeup, so you know, it does take practice. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to be putting glitter on the crease areas. So as long as you get that white base down in the kind of shape, it should be fine as long as you put the glitter in the right areas. Okay, next I'm taking a shadow brush that's really flat so that we can leave a little gap in between the pink shade and where we put the concealer, because this is where we're going to be putting the glitter, so it's easier if you can just leave a little space there. And the shade that I'm taking is like a deep fuchsia, really deep pink-ish kind of color. Now we're doing the final cut crease here. This is where the teal color is gonna go, so I'm just making this into a very thick, almost kind of liner using the concealer. That way we have enough space for the teal color and the glitter liner as well. I did kind of mess up and look up while my concealer was wet, so I got a little part right here on the shadow, but it's okay. I just took a brush and kind of took the other shadow on top of it. It was no big deal. Now for the teal shade, I'm just using a flat liner brush just because it's easy to get into that small area and put the teal shade down. I love this color so much. I really think it makes the look like pop a little bit, so I love it. Alright, so this part is pretty tedious, but like I said, this whole look kind of takes some time, so just be patient with it. I'm going to be taking a liner brush and I'm using the NYX Glitter Primer, and I'm putting this primer everywhere where we have the cut crease. So basically I'm lining the cut crease areas, and then I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to use this Sephora glitter. It's a gold glitter. You can find this pretty much in any brand who has a loose glitter has a shade similar to this, and I just poured some of it on a tissue for easy cleanup, and then I dotted it all over the areas where I put that glitter primer. This glitter, it just takes so much to build up, and it's just because you can only fit so much on a tiny brush like that. And then I took this makeup wipe and I kind of cleaned up some areas. After that, I took the brushes that I used for the shadows and I kind of just buffed it on top of those main areas to kind of flick off some of the glitter that fell onto the shadow. Alrighty guys, now that we have the eyes done, let's go ahead and talk about Aladdin. And also I'm going to finish my face while we talk about it. Okay, first of all, I'm going to prime my face using the Milk Hydro Primer. I've been obsessed with this. It's so good. It's one of the first primers that I've ever tried where I can actually tell a difference in my makeup. It just looks so smooth. It's so nice. Don't like the smell, but it looks so nice with foundation. Now, if you can tell, I kind of have a little bit of a tan, fake tan, not a real one. I'm going to be trying out the Tarte Foundcealer foundation, this little sample that I have. In my full face of free samples, I really wanted to try this, but the shade wasn't right for me, but I think it might look good now that I have this little tan going on. So first of all, I just want to say I loved the movie so much. They did such a good job. Of course, there's little teeny tiny things here and there that they changed, but I think they did so good at keeping the overall story. The overall story still stays true to the original movie, and I just love that. And they added some twists on it that fit well. Nothing seemed overdone or anything like that, like any of the extra stuff they put in. And surprisingly, Will Smith actually did a pretty good job of being the genie. I will say that for me, the first third, about the first third of the movie was pretty rough with his acting. I mean, not with his acting, but with him acting as the genie, because the thing is that first of all, they definitely were trying to do a lot of the same jokes and stuff that were in the original Aladdin. And the thing is that Will Smith is not Robin Williams, okay? He cannot land the same jokes that Robin Williams did, because a lot of those things, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure Robin Williams made those jokes up himself, and the voices and just the over theatrical parts. Will Smith did not play that off very well when they were trying to do that. But I feel like after the introduction of the genie and everything, the genie started taking more on a genie of Will Smith's personality, if that makes sense. Like, it's not Will Smith, but like he basically started making it a little bit more his own. And in those moments, he did amazing. Everything was really good. His jokes started landing, everything was good. I just feel like it's really impossible to just mimic someone else's acting. So when he started doing his own, everything started going really well. And I really ended up liking him as the genie in the end. Does it look a little light still? I can't tell. Maybe just a little bit, but it's okay. We will put some bronzer on. Now, the characters that played Jasmine in Aladdin were fantastic. They were both amazing. I actually was talking with my friend who I always go to see all my Disney movies with when they're coming out. We always go see Disney movies together and we always chat about them and everything. And I was telling her that I really like that they are people that we don't know, because then we didn't have any like pre-existing expectations for the way that they were gonna play Jasmine in Aladdin, because I feel like the genie is of course super important, but those are the main, I mean, Jasmine and Aladdin are what the story is about. So those are really important to get right, and they did. They really did. They both could sing really well, which was awesome. Oh, Will Smith cannot sing. There was definitely quite a bit of auto-tuning, and you could hear it especially at the beginning of the movie, which was a little bit like, oh my gosh, like, is this how it's gonna be the whole movie? But it was really just the very beginning of the movie when he was singing. The rest of the movie I feel like was pretty good when it comes to the singing, especially Jasmine. Jasmine has a beautiful, beautiful voice. I really like the actress that they chose. She did such a great job. I mean, they both did amazing. I really feel like they both fit them so good. Jafar's character, I mean, I don't hate him, but I don't love him. You know what I mean? I'm pretty neutral about his character. I feel like he just didn't seem that scary. Because like in the original, Jafar seems like this really conniving, like smart, manipulative, like older man. I mean, if you guys have seen the trailers, he doesn't look super old. He actually is more on the attractive side. I don't know, it just didn't really seem, I don't know, I think for me, maybe it was just because he wasn't older. And I always saw Jafar as this like weird old guy. I don't know. I just always imagined him being an older guy. Yeah, that's a really good color. Okay. Now the little side characters, like Iago, the parrot that Jafar always talks to in the original one. He is one of my favorite characters in the original one, and I honestly, I don't like him in this new one. I don't like the way that they did him. I just feel like, so like in the original one, I always saw Iago as someone who was like comedic relief, and he just was like a funny like little character. I don't know, he was just such a perfect like little sidekick to Jafar, and in this one, you get nothing. Like, nothing. Like, I almost feel like there was no point. I don't know. So, like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Iago in the live action, but I don't feel like it really like determined the overall part of the movie, obviously. But the other little side characters, like Abu, perfect. And Raja, is it Raja? Yeah, Raja. I'm pretty sure his name is Raja. Jasmine's tiger, beautiful. I mean, they did amazing on the CGI. Everything in this movie was so beautiful, so colorful. It really felt like a full city. It was such a gorgeously built set, costumes. Oh my, the costumes alone were incredible. I think the costumes were one of my favorite things about the entire movie. They were all so beautifully done, and just so much bling and just everything that I would imagine in royalty in Agrabah. So I really love the costume and set design of this entire movie. It was just gorgeous, beautiful, so well done. I think they did amazing on that aspect of the movie. The more and more I think about the movie, the more I really, really liked it. I mean, I liked it leaving the movie theater as well, and so did my friend. She loved it a lot too. We are hardcore Disney people, I'm telling you right now. We do not take this stuff lightly. Like, we were analyzing a lot of stuff in the movie and being like, oh, we didn't like that, we like that, this is interesting, this is different, pointing out all the differences, you know, all of that stuff. So I love going to the movies with her because it's just not a lot of people, you know, like Disney as much as we do. So I think my favorite scene in the movie was Prince Ali's entrance to the Eyebrow Palace. It was amazing. It was so good. I loved it. It was so fun, so colorful, and for me, I really feel like this is where Will started shining as the genie. Like, I really do. I think this is the part in the movie where he like really starts coming into his character. So as himself, not just as genie like we know from only Robin Williams, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like he starts making the character himself. I've been blending this for like 20 minutes. What am I doing? Okay, let's move on from that. Okay, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in Fair to set my face. This foundation looks beautiful. It looks so nice and so smooth. I mean, I don't know if it's because of the primer, because I'm telling you that primer is magical. It is so good. Obviously Tarte Shape Tape is amazing, so my face makeup is looking pretty dang good right now. This is the Ilia Color Haze Multi Matte Pigment, and this is the shade Waking Up, and this is a cream blush, and you can also use it as a lipstick, which is very pretty as a lipstick. This probably isn't like the best color for this makeup look, so I'm probably gonna put some over top. Looks like a really natural like flush to the face. Definitely gonna have to add something like really pink on top of this because my eyes are just so pink. Okay, I'm being a little extra here, but I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild pressed powder in my pressed photo focus powder. This is the lightest one in the shade Warm Light, and I just like this to, I'm gonna set like the rest of my face kind of lightly. I don't want to do too much because I don't want to like mattify my face too much, but I just want to set it down a little bit. The other scenes that I really liked was A Whole New World, when Jasmine and Aladdin are up on the carpet and, you know, they sing A Whole New World. Beautiful, very well done. And another scene that I really love is I would call it a twist to the movie. There's a new song in this movie, which the only reason why I'm going to mention it is because they do have like the album released already for the movie, and there's a song that Jasmine sings called Speechless. I'm not going to say what it's about or anything, but that song is so beautiful and so touching, and I loved it so much. The part in the movie when she starts singing it, I mean, she actually sings it twice because they kind of split the scenes, but the second time she sings the song, oh my god, I literally cried during that scene because it was just such a powerful moment that I didn't expect at all out of the movie. So that scene was so good and I loved it so much. I'm going to use this iconic London Sculpt and Boost eyebrow cushion that I got in my Boxy Luxe unboxing, my last one, because I haven't used it for a while, and I've been wanting to use it lately because it's just a really awesome product. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows with this, and I will be right back. Brows are done. Let's go ahead and finish the under eyes. So I'm going to go back into the Sephora palette. I'm going to take a tiny little blending brush, and I'm going to use the hot pink shade again, and we're going to put that under the eyes. I just listened to that song that I was just talking about, Speechless, while I was doing my eyebrows, and it's definitely stuck in my head now. I love it so much. I've actually had it stick in my head like all day ever since I saw the movie. But yeah, here in Italy, a lot of the movies come out like 2 days early, so I actually saw it pretty early on. Now I'm going to take the like maroony, pinky kind of color that I used on the center part of my lid right here, And I'm just gonna take it like closer to my lash line and give some more depth. Okay, so there is the eyes done with the shadow. Okay, so this is the Bodyography eye pencil in the shade Emerald. I actually just got this in my Bhakti Charm box for the month of May. If you want to check out that video, I'll link it up here in the iCard. Oh my gosh, gets the job done, but this pencil is a little rough. I am going to be using up false lashes, so I'm going to go ahead and use my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. These Sephora Pro palettes have like the largest mirror I've ever seen. It's pretty amazing. Part of me doesn't want to put on lashes just because like I love this eye look so much, but at the same time I know lashes are going to take this look to like a whole nother level, so we're going to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply those really quick. Alright guys, lashes are on, and whew, I'm glad I put them on because it looks so much better. I love the way lashes add to the look so much. I'm going to use the Fenty Sun Stalker in the Sun bronzer. And I also wanted to talk about one thing I think that I didn't think of until after I saw this movie was how Disney was going to tackle the whole, I mean, they had to do it in Beauty and the Beast too. In these princessy Disney movies, in the original ones, Disney kind of is known to kind of give these princesses these damsel in distress kind of vibes, like help me, I can't do it on my own. And I never really thought about the fact that when they do these live actions, they kind of have to do it in a way that it doesn't give off that, because I'm sure that Disney doesn't want to send that message to their audience. I think they did a really good job in this movie of not sending that message. The way that Jasmine's character was portrayed, they did such a great job. They really, really did. Wow, this bronzer looks so good when I have tanner skin. I swear bronzer like doesn't look good on my face sometimes because it's so like bold because I have such fair skin. But since my skin is a little bit tanner, like everything seems to be like blending together so much better. It's not like a super like crazy contrast. Fair skin problems. This is a really old palette, but this is the Naked Urban Decay Flush Little Trio palette. I'm gonna use this pink blush in this palette. Since I have such a pink eyeshadow look, I wanted something a little bit brighter. Wow, it's so amazing how this looks. Like everything looks so good. I'm just really loving how everything's blending together and it doesn't look super like overwhelming and bold. I mean, eyes look bold, obviously, but my skin, my face makeup is looking really nice. So let's go ahead and do some highlight. I'm going to use my Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. I really shouldn't use stuff that you guys can't get. I found a different palette. Okay, let's go ahead and use this Soph X palette by Revolution. This is a highlighter palette and it's really nice. I'm going to use this shade right here. Whoa, oh my gosh. Figure out how blinding these highlights are. Holy crap. Wow. Oh my gosh. Why am I not using this more? What in the world? Let's throw some of that on the inner corners. I mean, this movie was just like so well done. It was such a great remake. Was not disappointing at all. I mean, yeah, I don't like Iago, but honestly, the rest of the movie made up for it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. Such a great family movie, obviously. I mean, why wouldn't it be? But it's just so awesome. I really liked it a lot. What am I gonna do for my lips? Let's see. I got too much pink. I'm just gonna try this first. It may be way too overwhelming. Is that too much? Actually kind of like it. I mean, the dress is very pink. So I might actually, I think this is what I'm going to stick with. The pink lipstick that I just used is a Maybelline lipstick, and it is the shade 5th Avenue Fuchsia 160. Looks like a baguette. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I am totally obsessed with it. I think it matches her dress like perfectly. If you ask me, I think it looks so good. I'm really proud of it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of me if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!